Every July, most yards hit the same wall. The lawn turns crispy, the flowers fry, and the whole place looks tired and cheap by the middle of summer. But drive through any high-end neighborhood in the dead of summer, and you'll notice something. Their yards still look lush, full, and expensive, even in brutal heat. The secret isn't more watering or more money. It's planting the right plants. Tough, heat-proof plants that bloom for months and look high-end while everything around them wilts. Here are 10 heat-proof plants that make your yard look expensive all summer long. Drop your state or growing zone in the comments so you know which of the 10 will thrive where you live. Number 10. Russian sage. If you want a plant that looks expensive and laughs at heat, Russian sage is it. It grows into a soft, silvery cloud of tiny lavender purple flowers, about 3 to 4 feet tall, and it blooms from midsummer all the way into fall. Russian sage is native to the dry, baking plains of Central Asia, so drought and heat are exactly what it wants. Once it's established, you can practically forget about it. Designers love it because that airy purple haze instantly makes a bed look soft, layered, and high-end, especially planted in a long, repeated drift along a walkway. Pair it with bolder flowers in front, and the contrast looks like a professional designed it. Full sun is the only real requirement. Skip the rich soil and heavy watering. Russian sage actually looks better when you leave it a little tough. Number 9. The Limelight hydrangea. Most hydrangeas melt in summer heat. The big blue mophead types wilt and brown the second it gets hot and dry. The Limelight is different. It's a panicle hydrangea, the toughest and most sun-loving type, and it pumps out enormous cone-shaped blooms the size of a football, starting lime green in midsummer and aging to soft pink by fall. A single established Limelight can carry an entire front bed on its own. That is why it reads so expensive. It has that big, lush, florist shop look without any fuss. It handles full sun and heat that would kill other hydrangeas. It blooms on new growth, so a quick prune in early spring is all it needs. Plant one as a focal point by the front steps, or space 3 along a fence for a high-end flowering hedge. Number 8. Catmint. Catmint is the workhorse that makes designer gardens look effortless. It forms a soft, billowing mound of gray-green foliage smothered in blue-purple flowers, and the variety called Walker's Low blooms from late spring straight through summer, especially if you give it a quick shear halfway through. Catmint is almost indestructible. Heat, drought, poor soil, none of it bothers it, and deer and rabbits leave it alone. The reason it looks expensive is repetition. Plant a long flowing line of catmint along a path or the front edge of a bed, and that soft blue border instantly looks like a landscaper's work. It fills space fast, so you're never staring at bare mulch. Full sun, well-drained soil, and a midsummer trim to keep it tidy, that's the whole job. Number 7. Salvia. If one plant quietly does the heavy lifting in expensive-looking gardens, it's perennial salvia. It sends up dense spikes of deep violet-purple flowers in early summer, and if you shear it back after the first flush, it reblooms again and again right through the heat. Salvia is built for hot, dry, sunny spots. It barely needs watering once established, and deer and rabbits won't touch it. The reason it looks high-end is that strong vertical color. Planted in a repeated row or a big drift, those purple spires give a bed rhythm and structure that reads as designed, not random. It pairs beautifully in front of Russian sage or behind catmint for layers of blue and purple. Plant in full sun, in well-drained soil, and give a quick shear after each bloom flush to keep it going. It's one of the most reliable, lowest-effort ways to get that polished, professionally planted look. Number 6. The coneflower, or echinacea. This is a tough native prairie plant built for heat, drought, and neglect, and it rewards you with big daisy-like flowers on strong stems from early summer well into fall. The classic purple coneflower looks great, but the newer varieties come in sunset oranges, deep reds, and creamy whites that look genuinely high-end massed together. What makes coneflowers reed expensive is how they move. Plant them in a big sweep, and they sway and catch the light, with pollinators covering them all summer. Leave the seed heads standing in fall, and the birds will feast on them. Full sun, average soil, and almost no maintenance. It's one of the easiest ways to get that effortless, naturalistic meadow look that's all over high-end landscaping right now. Coming up at number 1 is the single plant that does more for that polished, modern, expensive look than anything else on this list. And it isn't a flower at all. But first, a couple more that thrive when the heat is at its worst. Number 5, sedum, specifically the variety called Autumn Joy. Sedum is a succulent, which is exactly why it shrugs off heat and drought. It stores water in its thick, fleshy leaves. All summer it forms tidy, sculptural green mounds that look clean and deliberate even before it flowers. And then in late summer it erupts in big, domed flower heads that start pale pink and deepen to a rich, rusty rose. That structure is what makes sedum look expensive. It holds its shape and looks intentional, never floppy or weedy. Plant it along the front of a bed or repeat it down a border for a polished, modern edge. Bees swarm it in late summer, and the dried flower heads look beautiful standing through winter. Full sun, lean soil, and zero fuss. Overwatering is the only way to ruin it. Number 4, the crepe myrtle. In hot climates, nothing says expensive landscaping like a crepe myrtle in full bloom. It is a small tree or large shrub that blooms for up to 100 days straight through the hottest part of summer, in big ruffled clusters of white, pink, red, or deep purple. On top of the flowers, it has smooth sculptural bark and fiery fall color, so it earns its spot 3 seasons a year. Crepe myrtle thrives in heat and drought that would stress most trees, and a single one at the corner of the house or framing the driveway lifts the whole property. One honest warning, don't hack it into ugly stumps every spring. That butchered pruning, nicknamed crepe murder, is exactly the kind of thing that makes a yard look cheap. Plant the right size for the spot and let it grow into its natural vast shape, and it looks like money. Number 3, Gora, often sold as whirling butterflies. Gora is the plant for that delicate, airy, expensive look that softens a stiff garden. It sends up slender wands of small white or pink flowers that flutter in the slightest breeze like a cloud of butterflies, and it blooms non-stop from late spring until frost. Gaura is deeply heat and drought tolerant. It grows wild across the hot south-central states, and it asks for almost nothing. The magic is the movement and lightness. Tucked between sturdier plants, Gaura fills the gaps and keeps a bed from looking blocky or cheap. Plant it in full sun with good drainage and give it room to do its airy thing. It's the kind of subtle, refined touch that makes a garden feel high-end without people being able to say exactly why. Number 2, yarrow or achillea. Yarrow gives you flat, plate-like flower heads in sophisticated shades, soft golds, apricots, deep reds, and creamy whites, held above feathery, fern-like foliage. It blooms for months through summer, and it's one of the most heat-proof and drought-proof perennials there is, thriving in poor, dry soil where pampered plants give up. Those flat flower heads add a completely different shape to a bed, and that contrast in form is a trick designers use to make planting look intentional and expensive. Massed in a drift, yarrow reads as a refined wildflower meadow, not a weed patch, and it's wonderful cut for a vase. Full sun, lean soil, and a trim after the first flush to push a second wave of blooms. That's all it takes. And number 1, ornamental grasses. And the one to start with is feather reed grass, the variety called Karl Forster. If you've ever wondered why high-end landscapes look so polished and modern, the answer is almost always grasses. Karl Forster grows into a strict, upright column about 4 to 5 feet tall, sending up golden feathery plumes in early summer that stand tall and catch the light all the way into winter. It brings height, structure, and constant, gentle movement.
That sway is exactly what makes an expensive garden feel alive. It's tough as nails in heat, tolerates a wide range of soils, and unlike some grasses, it's a well-behaved clumper that won't take over your yard. Plant a row of feather reed grass for a stunning living screen, or repeat clumps through a bed to tie the whole design together. One cut to the ground in late winter is the only maintenance all year. If you plant just one thing from this list, make it ornamental grass. Nothing else delivers that designer look for so little effort. So there's your summer survival kit, 10 tough, heat-proof plants that keep blooming and looking expensive while everyone else's yard fries. If you only plant one this summer, make it ornamental grass for instant structure or Russian sage for fast color. Mix a few of them together in repeated groups, and even in the worst July heat, your yard will look like you hired a designer. If this gave you some ideas, hit subscribe. This is Yardworthy, where we decode exactly what makes a yard look expensive, one plant at a time. I'll see you in the next one.